While we're talking Major League Baseball, the Chicago Cubs, Tim, starting to pick up as the second half of the season is now underway. They have done nothing but fly the W on the north side of Chicago. Since the All-Star break, the Cubs are 6-0. They're just a couple games back, less than a couple, just a game and a half back now of the Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central standings. They're tied in the loss column, but have played 3 less games in the win column. How much longer do you see Milwaukee staying ahead of Chicago in the NL Central?
Maybe through the remainder of July.
Okay.
But that's about
2 weeks.
Yeah. I think because they have the advantage, obviously 3 more wins in the win column, but the Cubs have figured out ways to win. That's actually been most impressive to me since the All-Star break ended. 8-0 lead. Hang on after the Orioles tied at 8-8, win that game 9-8. Got 4-1 down in Atlanta. Wade Davis comes in. He's awful.
Right.
Still hang on to win that game 4-3. They're eking out wins, and it felt like early in the season they were losing all those games. And frankly, they didn't care. Because I think that, hey, they're people just like us. They're normal, we think. They looked at this division. Cardinals, Pittsburgh,
Brewers.
No, we knew the Reds were going to be bad. No one expected the Brewers to be this good. So it just seemed like after the All-Star break, cranked it up a notch. And the Brew Crew, they're just not getting any hits, runners in scoring position. And that's pressure. And that's being tight. And that's being the hunted, not the hunter. So I do think they keep the lead through July. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's actually a ambitious estimate for the Brewers. I think the way the Cubs are playing right now, tied in the loss column, only a game and a half back, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of next week, the Chicago Cubs are in first place in the NL Central. Jose Quintana comes over and adds depth, stability to that rotation, some credibility to that rotation as well. I think the guys in that locker room looked at it and said, oh, all right. We got to kick this thing into gear a little bit. We enjoyed that hangover for the first half of the season. Now we got our general manager and our president saying, hey, you're not performing to our standards. So I'm going to make a move. I'm going to make a trade, bring in someone to shake the locker room up a little bit. Not that Quintana's there to shake the locker room up, but just to wake them up and say, all right, hangover's over. Take that vitamin C, drink a Pepto-Bismol, and let's get to kicking some butt again in the NL Central.